Hello again. A correspondent tells me of a recent visit to Braintree Hospital in Essex, where in the A&E department he saw five swarthy-looking young men who seemed to have coughs and looked generally unwell. They were not isolated from other people waiting there, and nor were they wearing masks. A little discreet questioning uncovered the fact that they were from the old Wethersfield Air Base, which has now been turned into a refugee camp. There have been regular cases of tuberculosis at the former RAF base for a couple of years now, and every so often when there's an outbreak of fever and coughing, small groups of young men staying there are bused to Braintree and taken to the hospital to be tested for TB. It is unknown whether any of these men actually tested positive for the disease, but the idea of putting groups of men who are coughing and unwell and might be suffering from tuberculosis among the general population in an A&E department is horrifying in the extreme. A few years ago, TB had been virtually eradicated in Britain, so much so that the BCG campaign of vaccinations against the disease had been abandoned. Now it is back again and on the increase. The great majority of cases are among foreigners who bring it here, but it can then spread to the general population. Diphtheria is another of those old-fashioned diseases which we thought we had seen the back of, but Europe is now in the grip of the worst epidemic since the 1950s. This is being driven by young men from Syria and Afghanistan. The camps of asylum seekers on the French coast are apparently rife with the disease. And of course, these are the very people who are waiting for the chance to hop on a small boat and come here. A number of cases have been confirmed among those arriving in this country. My own feeling about this is very simple. I was really glad to see the lack of diseases which used to be such dreadful killers in this country. In 1953, for instance, there were 46,546 cases of tuberculosis in Britain, which resulted in over 8,000 deaths. Just imagine that. Imagine an infectious disease in this country which was killing 8,000 people a year. It had been eradicated by the 1970s, along with polio and diphtheria. All these diseases are now making an unwelcome return, which I wish was not happening.